Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, February 20th, 2021. And before I get going, let me go into my music here. And now let me go into my disclaimer. If you're 13 years old or younger, please leave this podcast now. These podcasts are not targeted for children in any way, shape, or form. So if you're 13 or under, please leave now. Okay, good morning. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Saturday, February 20th, 2021. And I know I keep saying I won't be talking about sports or anything, but I did say if any kind of news came along, I would do that. And it just so happens to be that it's the Detroit Lions making a trade. And I spoke about the Matthew Stafford trade a while back. But now I just came across an article the other day, and there the media, who usually trashes the Lions, and in a way rightfully so, because I do too. And then they talked about the Eagles quarterback trade. Well, actually, the Lions. It appears that the Lions actually made a smart move, and as I said in my other podcast, I'm really happy for Matthew Stafford, and I hope he does well in Los Angeles, and I hope the Lions do well too. And it's clear that the Lions are rebuilding, but that's for another podcast, and I don't want to go into all that. But the point of this podcast is that the article that I saw was talking about the Lions trading Stafford versus the Eagles trading Carson Wentz, and basically the Eagles did not do a very good job. They made a trade, but they didn't get anywhere near what they should have gotten for Carson Wentz. Maybe it's his injuries or other things, or that sort of thing. But Matthew Stafford's had his share of injuries as well. But it's kind of nice to see that even though I really don't particularly care for the Lions anymore, but to see that the media is actually reporting things accurately or correctly, I should say. For the longest time, the Lions have been just the trash of the media talk, and in a way, you can't really blame the media, because the Lions actually earned that sort of talk from the media because of their particularly lousy play, really, and lousy decision making. Excuse me, I'm still drinking my morning coffee here. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that the Lions are getting for Matthew Stafford. They got a first round, I think two first round picks, one in 2021 and one in 22, I think, and then a third round pick. And then they got Jeff Goff. So they have an established quarterback, but they've got some really high picks. So, and I'm expecting, at least from the Lions standpoint, at least it looks, what it appears to look like, that is that the Lions are geared up to get a high draft pick quarterback, young quarterback. They're going a whole different direction, and this goes back to what I was saying in my other podcast, that maybe Matthew Stafford, maybe the Lions, their scheme, their offensive scheme, and that sort of thing, was never really a good fit for Matthew Stafford in the first place, and maybe in particular, and that could be all down to coaching and ownership. It appears, from a Lions standpoint, that when Martha Ford stepped down and our daughters has taken over the reins, uh, it seems like the daughter is very, very smart, and um, and it looks like she's more of a business type person who can uh, who can handle the team in a better direction. But that's yet to be seen. Uh, the true test will be coming, this coming football season, and um, even though I don't like the Lions that much, I do wish them well, and if this is a success, that would be great. What would please me more than anything is both the Lions doing well and the Rams doing well for Matthew Stafford's sake, as I said in my other podcast. So um, maybe things are changing, and the analysts, and especially Steve Young, one of the few that I actually like. He said several years back on a Sunday night game, I think it was. He says, until the Lions make a change, a cultural change in the upper management and a change in their philosophy, they're going to always be down in the dumps. And so with this transition, it appears that they're kind of going along with what Steve Young was getting at. So if this is what they're doing and they're heading, and it appears to be that way, well, that's good. That's um, the city of Detroit really needs something good. I mean, you got to look at all their teams there, and they're all pathetic. I mean, the Red Wings, they're going through their transition. I mean, they've lost a lot of really good players due to retirement. That's just bad management. It's on all things. So the basketball team, the Pistons, the Tigers, all four teams just poor decision making at the top has really set them at the bottom. And who knows? Maybe this is going to be good. But I just wanted to get this out. Um, as I said, I'm not going to do many sports things, but at least this is a little bit upbeat from my other podcast. I just stumbled across the article, and I was pretty well pleased to see that the Lions actually get a good story written about them that they actually deserved, because they earned it. But like I said earlier, their lousy play earned them really a whole bunch of trash talk from the media. So, but anyway, just wanted to get this out, and we will talk to you next time. Let me get on my music here. Okay, well, we will talk to you next time. Have a good day.